giving us, your precious time right now. And also, Alfredo, I know you guys were really, really busy preparing for the launch, but here you are giving us your precious time attending the Zoom. I truly appreciate you for that.
Steph, it's my pleasure to be out here. I was telling Alfredo, like I literally just got electricity back like last night. Then it went off, and then it came right back on before this call. So I had already told him I didn't know what I was going to do, but here we are. It's working. So I'm excited. So thank you for inviting me. And I know we got to wait a couple minutes. So you just tell me when we're ready, and I'll be here.
Yes, yes, thank you so much, James. We'll just allow them at least 10 minutes more for them to actually join. There's a lot of people who are actually joining right now. I'm still accepting the Zoom.
Perfect.
Hold on one second.
I'll be here.
Yeah. JR, are you there?
Hi, hello guys. I'm Emmanuel, a team leader from Nigeria.
How you doing, Emmanuel? Welcome. How's your team doing?
We thank God. It has been a great privilege to be a lionship platform.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you very much.
And top leaders in Nigeria, Mr. Emmanuel Apollos. And we have founder of Team Warriors, Miss Ivy Jean. And we have also Dinesh Patil, one of the top leader in India, Fast and Furious Group. And Revs, founder, Ibyong, founder of Revs, Fast and Furious India, PG Patil, and we have also Ganesh here in the house, and founder of Fast and Furious Group, Mr. Goldie, and founder of Street Smart from Ghana, and we have also here from South Africa, Miss Portia, Coach Portia from South Africa. Okay, and team denominators, Crazy TV is there, Geoffrey, and also Neil from Elite Alliance. Actually, we have 16, we have 16 community under CryptoKnights. So maybe some other leaders are not here tonight.
Coach so we can formally start now. So you can actually raise your hand.
Stephanie, may I say something?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Well, I think one of the biggest questions everybody's asking, and probably James already knows. That's one of the most important questions everybody's wondering.
Question.
Yes, I'm gonna ask James for you guys. All right, James, how close are we for the launching of Lion Shirt Combo? That's everybody. Everybody wants to know that. That's the hype. Yeah. So just tell us what you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, no, first of all, I appreciate the opportunity to come out here. Stephanie, JR, you guys got an amazing team. It looks like it's worldwide, as you said. The cool thing, I went to the Philippines. I don't remember what year that was. I can't remember, but I really love the Philippines. I know you guys are worldwide, but I was just wanting to say specific to the Philippines. Unbelievable country. The people are amazing. But what was cool about it, I didn't know, is you guys have people worldwide, right? I mean, there's so many people in your country that actually spread out, so you guys can cover the entire globe. But it looks like you are well represented in many different countries, and I'm excited to be here. So, in regards to Alfredo's question, and that's probably the only question that is the most important, right? So, here's the deal. I did speak with the programming team just a little bit earlier here today, and where we're at, I mean, we are in the very, very, very final testing stages. I don't know how many of y'all have actually been paying attention or seeing what's going on behind the scenes, but there's actually several contracts out there that have had some issues just recently with, being hacked, people being hacked into the contract, not only before it goes live, but also hacking in general, trying to get different ways into the system. So we want to make sure that we're 100% protected from that. Also, obviously, that every aspect of our contract works. Here's what I'll tell you. The wait's going to be worth it, right? We are very close. I can't say it's going to happen tomorrow, but I can tell you we are very, very close, okay? And the reason why, I know people are like, man, why don't you just say a date? Because the reality is, if something was to come up during the testing and it sets us back, I don't. It's going to be more disappointing for you that way than it would be for me to actually announce a date. So here's the deal. I'm going to say. I mean, I don't. I don't even know what number to put on it. I wouldn't say we're like probably 98% done with this. We are very, very close to getting this thing where it needs to be. We are in the very final testing stages. But like I said, you guys have to remember there's a few things that will be much better with this new contract with Tron outside of Ethereum. Obviously, the affordability and things like that, but also functionality. So when you look at your back office, your ability to see your entire organization, to be able to see cycles, how they happen, and have a better understanding of how everything works is going to be a drastic, drastic improvement. Also, one thing that we haven't, really made public is we're actually working on some products that will be going into our back office that people will be receiving as well. We're going to release more information on that. It's going to be, digital educational type of things that have legitimate value in them. So it's really going to separate us from the rest of the market. So I'm very excited about that. So, there's a lot more going into it than maybe just like, hey, let's just grab the code from the Ethereum and just throw it on the blockchain and get this thing going. We want it to be done right. As you guys know, I mean, we have a really long-term vision here. It's not, we don't necessarily, I mean, we care about this month, but we care about providing you something for years to come. So in order for that to work properly, in order for us to have the best of the best, it has to work. So that's where we're at. I know everybody wants to listen. When I say everybody, like I'm pointing at me too. I told Alfredo last night, I was like, man, we need this like yesterday because what I'm guessing a lot of you might be dealing with is competition, right? There's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of contracts that are launching. Some people are having success. Trust me, when you see what we've done, when you understand the difference between us and everybody else out there, people will come back here. Even if they've stepped away for a second, they will be back. We will break records. I'm telling you right now, we have way too much momentum, too much excitement going on. But you can only push that for so long until it's like you got to make a move now, and that's kind of where we're at, right? We're at that phase that we've built this up. We've done this pre-launch thing. That's why I really just I don't like pre-launches because I like the build up, but I don't like the anticipation because it starts to create internal competition and stuff. So bottom line is we're very close. I know this is a really long answer, but I wanted to give you like the complete understanding. We're very close, and hopefully we'll be able to announce a date anytime now. I'm meeting with the programming team on a regular basis to figure out where we're at, what is still needed to get us there. But trust me, y'all, it's going to be worth it to you and your family to wait this out. When I say wait, I mean we made it this long. A few more days or whatever it is, it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's going to position us for the rest of the year. So Stephanie, really long answer to that question, but I wanted to kind of give you a complete understanding of where things are at.
James. I know that's really wonderful answer actually. I know you are not going to, disappoint people that we're going to provide a specific date and then we're going just to, hope on that specific day. And we know that the program are really doing their very best for this Lion Shirt on. So we have here a couple of people are raising their hands, James. I'm going to unmute them one by one. Okay? They really love to talk with you also.
Sure.
So we'll start with Hans. Hans,
Hey, look, uh, good evening here in the Philippines, James. So there's actually I just want to thank you for this opportunity. And there's questions that have been uh, have actually have a very heated debate during one of our local Zooms. Uh, in every international webinar, we have been hearing that the Tron can actually change the price of the entry price of the contract. So the question is actually how do we do that? Because some of actually are this changing the price of the entry price of the Tron actually what they call this does not come with what they call this the blockchain technology, right? So when the code is in the system, it cannot be changed. So how does the Tron company do the changing of the price? There's actually a very heated debate during one of our local Zooms, and every
Sure.
coach here knows that. So we just really wanted to clarify how how is it done, so we can actually promote this business with confidence uh,
Sure.
more freely. Just yeah, that's it.
Well, so yeah, so it's a great question. I appreciate it. So, the thing is, and I've said this before, like, since I've got introduced to the smart contract industry, it's amazing how many people are experts at smart contracts. Everybody's a programmer. Everybody knows what's up. That's why these debates happen, because people feel like they know. And the truth is, most people don't know. And that includes me, by the way. Okay, I'm not a programmer, I'm not a coder, but here's what I do know for a fact. A smart contract is written to do what you tell it to do. Okay? A smart contract does whatever the code tells it to do. So, we had the ability, even from the lion's share Ethereum contract, we had the foresight to say, look, Ethereum's most likely going to go up in price. And if it does, we need to be able to adjust it. Now, adjusting it on every single sell is not an option. I see a lot of companies or a lot of smart contracts trying to come out and converting it on every sell. Let me just tell you, I mean, especially on Ethereum, the gas prices are out of control. And the speed in which we move, it's not reasonable to think that that could even convert quickly. I mean, think about it. If we had 2,000 cells coming through an hour, that would be really challenging to have a constant conversion going on. So the bottom line is this: the contract that we wrote, okay, the contract that's been written by our team, gives us the ability, because before we ever put it on the blockchain, we wrote that into the code that we could adjust the pricing of our packages. Okay, so it is written into it. Had we launched the contract and then came out with this concept of, hey, we're going to tell everybody we can reduce the prices by going back in there and doing some different programming, that doesn't work, because we all know that once something is on the blockchain, it can't be changed unless it's written into the code that it can be changed. Okay, so what some of y'all may not know is some of the contracts that you see out there that you consider competition, they even have code inside of their code that allows them to actually destroy contract, right? I mean, there's different things that is not completely understood by a normal non-programmer that's not an expert in it, and that includes me, because I'm not that. But I just happen to be really close to those who are in that industry as far as building it, so I get that knowledge from them. So bottom line, it's a great question. I understand the debate, because like you said, many people are going to look at that and go, oh no, they can't do that, because once it's on the blockchain, it can't be changed. Everybody talks about it, it's in everybody's marketing material. The truth is that if it's written into the code, specific things can be changed, and there's some things that can't. But the pricing is one that we do control. So we do have the ability with the Tron contract as well to be able to adjust that. And like I said, from our perspective, like you know, thinking that the system of how it works, it would it was not a smart move to try to convert that on every single cell. It just wouldn't work the way that we think that it's going to for some other people. So the answer is yes, man. We are the only ones out there that can do it. We have the ability to do that when we want. So it's there.
Yes, thank you
wonderful,
so much.
James.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Sir
so
James.
much, Coach
That's
Hans.
yes, thank you so much. That is a very good
So,
clarification.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll proceed with Ganesh. Ganesh, can you unmute your mic?
Good morning, lads. My name
Good
is Ganesh
morning.
Bhoit. Yeah. My name is Ganesh Bhoit from India, Fast and Furious Group. First one, I want to congratulate to everyone because we are very near to launch our Tron, and it is a very great journey. It will be a very great journey. But my question to Mr. James, sir, if we see history, so many of the successful companies have in our education system, uh, and they are also running very nicely with their own education system. So we are creating any education system specially for Tron because in India many person or uh, many person unknown about or Tron wallet or crypto. So if you create any education system, so that is very beneficial for many of the leaders and even the peoples. So that is my question, sir.
Yeah, so Ganesh, there's a couple things in the way of education that we're working on. Number one, we already have created professional videos that will be placed on our checkout page. So when people come to sign up with you, like on the Ethereum contract, we had no direction other than hey, sign up, right? With the Tron project, what's going to happen is when someone goes to the checkout page, there'll actually be 3 videos there to show them how to set up their wallet on TronLink with their phone, with their Android or their iPhone. So that's a non-product, right? That's not a product. That's just an education as far as making sure that the customer is educated when they come in. But the second thing is in regards to our products and services. I mean, the great thing about what we have here is we have a very open platform to be able to do anything we want. So the idea behind what we're going to be doing is anything that can educate people in a way to help them increase either their knowledge or their ability to create wealth for their family through crypto and other formats. So just know we're not restricted necessarily to one specific area. That's what's unique about what we have. We can add as much as we want to that. Obviously, we can't have a physical product or anything like that. Everything will be digital, as I said. But from an educational standpoint, it'll be things that are educating people not only on crypto from like the very basics of what it is, and not just Tron, by the way. I mean, different types of crypto as well. So understanding the cryptocurrency market as a whole, and in addition to that, I mean, we're working on some other stuff that could actually potentially help people learn how to do some trading and stuff like that. But we've got to be more specific on. We just have to be careful with what we put out there. We want to make sure it actually has value. So when someone comes in, they put their Tron into the contract, they're getting some value in return. We really want to get. I mean, I don't want to say we get away from the crowdfunding. I'm just saying that we want to have a much better value than what a crowdfunding company would offer. So, great question, Ganesh. I hope that answers it for you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you so much, James, for that. We'll proceed with Go On. Can you unmute your mic? Go on. Go on, can you unmute your mic? All right. I think Go on is having a hard time with internet. How about Prim?
Yes,
Prim. Okay. Yeah, welcome.
yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Uh,
Where you from what team?
yes. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. Okay.
Yes, I'm Prem Kumar Gaikwad from Fast and Furious Team India.
Okay.
My question is to Mr. James, sir. Sir, what is your prediction? Because you are a pioneer of lion share, what is your prediction about Tron price? We are interested to hear that.
Yeah. So great question. Yeah, I've gotten this a couple times, and I didn't really expect that question the first time I got it. But uh, Stephanie, are you
Wait.
able to mute go on?
Can you unmute some of the people?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Stephanie.
I will unmute them. Yes. There you go.
Oh, thank you, thank you. All right. So to answer your question, my prediction on where Tron's going is the question for those of you guys didn't hear that. That's a tough one, man. It really is a very tough question to answer. Here's what I would say. I would say that with as many smart contracts that are being created right now with Tron, with as many challenges that Ethereum is having with their gas prices, even outside of normal smart contracts in our industry, there's a whole other world out there that I think people don't even realize exists. So what Tron is giving people is basically the ability to use what Ethereum 2.0 will be before it gets here, right? So I think it's getting a lot of excitement and a lot of attraction to it. So it's at 2 cents right now. I mean, I really believe that you could probably see the price of Tron double by the time the new year gets here, maybe even twice. So I'm going to predict this. I'm going to say by the end of the year we'll see Tron over 10 cents. Okay, it's at 3 cents right now, but I don't know. I mean, I think that nobody knows, and anyone who says that they do, I think that they really don't. So I do anticipate it's going to go up drastically in price just because of the volume and the amount of people that are trying to get access to it. But it's very tough to make that call. So I'm going to say 10 cents by the end of the year.
All right. Thank you so much, James. That is really an informative answer. I would like to go with Jill from US. Jill, can you unmute your mic?
Hi, good morning. Oh,
Hi,
good
Jill.
evening,
Good
sorry.
morning.
Good evening to all.
Yes.
Actually, I don't have any questions right now, Steph. It's just that there with everything, well, what I've been through, trying to know the, the pathway to get to the phone wallet that I had. I actually successfully loaded everything in my phone wallet right now through the help of Coach Darius and through the help of Alfredo also. Alfredo, thank you. Um, I was able to get through that, and it's just a matter of putting everything. I, right now, I have a $300 worth of fun in my wallet. Um, I'm looking at I could add more, and because I was advised by my coach to like go slow, so it's I'm debating between going slow or just going to the top. So it's I'm on that decision. So um, I still have days or hours to go. I mean, it's just transferring my finance to the town wallet is very easy. I already figured it out. I already mastered it. Thank you for the trials that I had. But yeah, yeah. Thank you, coaches, for the information. Thank you for the education that you've been doing, or that we had. It really helped me a lot. And thank you to the coach that's always there for me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jill. I'm really happy that it was already been resolved. Your
Yes,
main
yes.
concern is
I'm happy
about the
also.
learning
It was.
program.
It's
I
kind of
am really
scary when you
happy
have
to
money
hear
all over
that.
the place.
Yeah, I'm really happy now on Jill. Because you know what, James? Jill is been really eager to transfer her money to convert it to trons and really having a hard time doing that. And thanks to Alfredo and of course Coach Darius, her actually direct sponsor, and for a successful transfer,
Awesome.
converting money into
Yeah,
trons.
they were there. They were there all the way, all the way.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you
that's
so much,
awesome.
Thank
Alfredo.
you.
All
Yeah.
right, so yeah,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead, James.
I was just gonna say, I heard Jill's, question as far as like running slow versus running fast, and I know it's kind of difficult, especially if you're kind of, if you're new or you're just trying to figure out if this, what's going to happen. I would say that if you look at, you really got to determine, number one, what's right for you and your family. That's number one. I mean, but number two, if depending on how successful you want to be, I think what you're going to probably notice is that the slower you go, the more payments you're probably going to miss on the higher levels. I mean, that's unfortunately just the way it works. So, I mean, I think that the answer will come to you, right? If you if you see a couple of those bigger payments that you're missing, all of a sudden you're going to be like, man, I really don't want to miss those again, because we had people on the Ethereum contract that literally they missed hundreds, and I do mean hundreds of Ethereum, just for not being at the level that they are. But like I said, the first thing you got to do is just do it right, whatever's right for your family. But Jill, thanks for coming out. It was good to hear your story.
Wonderful. All right, so James, we have here also a representative from our team, South Africa. So we have Gugatus. Can you unmute your mic, please? Gugatus, South. Let me check, James. One second. Oh, I'll just proceed with Dave. Dave, can you unmute your mic?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Um, it was mentioned several times about the gas fee. Uh, with regards to the lion's share Ethereum. So, how can you overcome the roadblocks on that kind of issue regarding the gas fee? And can you educate us what are the factors for the increase or the decrease of the gas fee? Because I'm also new on this kind of.
Yeah, yeah. So Dave, great question. So yeah, we obviously, it's not just Lionshare. It's really everybody in that deals with Ethereum from a smart contract perspective. The gas prices have went insane, right? We don't actually have any control over that. The gas price is set by blockchain and the miners. So, if someone wants to get a transaction to go through, they have to pay a higher gas fee, or the miners will just ignore them. And I'm sure you've seen or heard of people that have made a payment and it just sits just sits out there for sometimes even a day, because no miners are willing to take it because the gas fee that they're trying to pay is too low, right? So they control it. Which is not necessarily a good thing. With the Tron, I just mentioned this a little bit earlier. Tron is almost like a version of Ethereum 2.0. Now, even though Tron's technology may not be as good as Ethereum from some perspectives, what it does do is it allows for, like, I think up to like 2,000 transactions per second, right? Where Ethereum doesn't have that capacity yet. That is the reason why the gas prices on Ethereum have went so high. So with Tron, we're not going to face that, because as I said, like when Ethereum gets to Ethereum 2.0, which is not going to be till at least 2022, you'll see those gas prices going down because they're improving the code in order to be able to do more transactions per second. They just don't have that capability right now. That is one of the biggest reasons why we went to Tron, because we know that the, the gas price or the energy prices on Tron, they'll be able to stay very low based upon the transactions that can happen so quickly inside of Tron. So, Dave, I guess the easiest way to answer that is the challenges that we had in the Ethereum contract with gas prices being so high, which and eventually ended up slowing things down. You won't run into those issues inside of Tron, right? The energy prices will always be very affordable. Energy being gas in Tron, everything will be very affordable and will be very fast. So I'm excited about this because I want you to imagine how fast we grew inside of Ethereum with those challenges that we had. I mean, can you imagine what we're going to be able to do in Tron not facing those same challenges? So, Dave, great question.
That makes sense. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, James. So we'll go to India. Goldie, can you unmute your mic, Goldie? Coach Goldie from
Yes,
India.
yes, Stephanie. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How
Good
are you?
morning. Good morning.
And
We're
good
doing
morning,
good.
James, sir.
Good
I'm
morning.
fine. Good morning, sir. Good morning. I'm good. My team is ready, sir, and everybody waiting for the final launching date and time. And more than 3,000 India Fast and Furious group be ready to rock, sir. And more than 200, 300 plus member buying the 32 slot first day after launching. So we are very excited to crown launching.
Yeah, me too, Mr. Goldie. Me too. I know. Like, I mean, I'm sure you can imagine. You know, we have.
Whether on Friday, that day one teacher come,
Oh,
where I give the amount to see. No be Friday. And then on
hey,
Friday, come now,
Stephanie,
we
can you
should come
mute
to that
everybody out
come
again?
work. Why give the amount 200?
Sorry about that. So yeah, so Mr. Goldie, yeah, I know, man. We are all excited, as I said, and I was just telling Alfredo yesterday, like I said, like it's past time. Like we need to get this thing going 100%. But speaking of 100%, we need it to be perfect, right? We can't run into any issues. You guys know, I mean, like on the last launch with Ethereum, we had a couple small glitches that happened in the beginning, which it turned some people off. We don't want to go through that again. We've learned a lot of great lessons, so we're very, very close. Like I said, I think we're probably about 98% into this.
Yes.
All we're doing right now is just final testing. So as soon as we have a date to announce, we will announce it. But man, we're knocking on the door. I'll just put it that way. So as soon as we hear it from the programmers that we can go live, everybody will know what's up.
Yes, yes. Thank you so
That's
much,
really,
James.
You're welcome.
yeah, that's really wonderful. And James, I would like you to meet one of our top leaders in our team. He is the founder of Team Freedom, one under the umbrella of Team Elite CryptoKnights. So I would like to have Jules and Mr. Mike. So yet, Jules, do one Mr. Mike.
Hello, Steph. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, James. How
How
are you,
you
James?
doing?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Still remember me, James?
Of course, I remember you, yeah, man. Absolutely.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Alfredo. How are you? Coach. All right. James. Actually, right now, actually, we are ready. And you know what, James? There's a couple of weeks I don't see you. You know.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. It's been I haven't
What
really
happened?
made this too public. Yeah, I haven't made this too public, but I had two major things happen in my life over the last few weeks. One of them
Mm-hmm.
was myself and my two daughters. We all actually got corona. I didn't make that public, but we did. We got the virus, so that was kind of a bad deal, and I was still trying my best to come out here to the calls. But the second thing, we had a major storm hit our community just last week. I just got power back yesterday, so I didn't have any power, any internet for days, and my town out here, like if I was to, you guys can't see it, but like I have boarded windows, like right now in this room. I don't, my windows were blown out, so we had a lot of challenges personally. I usually don't try to talk about my personal stuff out on, on the call, but I do know that a lot of people are like, man, he was out here every day. Where'd this guy go? Like, what is going on with this dude? I'm still 100% here. It's just been a challenge, man. But I'm excited to be back. We've got electricity back. My family's safe, so I'm fired up about where we're going.
All right. So thank you, James. So, actually, James, our team is right now already ready 100%, and we're so excited for this amazing what do you call this? Um, what do you call this? uh,
Launch.
launching. Yeah, yeah, launching. So, so again, thank you, James, and also Edgardo and Coach Alfredo, and of course our top leader here in the Philippines, JR and Stephanie, and of course the four leaders. So guys, thank you for the participation, and thank you for those amazing, you know, encouraging each and everyone, each and every leader. So thank you, and also thank you to my team and Coach Tony, Team Eagle. So Coach Tony. So thank you also and to your team. All right. So we're ready, James, to rock and roll. All right.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
man.
Thank you.
It was great to see you out here
Yes.
again. I really
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
James. All right.
I really do appreciate James that you shared your personal situation. We truly understand for the past few days we're not able to see you in this Zoom meeting. But we heard there are some challenges that I'm really glad I was able to, have this conversation with you right now. And yeah, and I can see you're really back stronger than before. Very much
Yeah,
excited.
yeah, Stephanie, I appreciate that. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, it's just like anything else. Like when people get used to something, then it just like changes like that. I know people start asking questions or like, who knows what's going out there? You know how it is in this industry. There's probably a lot of rumors that I've
Definitely.
else. No, I'm still 100% here. I'm excited and ready to get back to some normal life, but with a Tron contract in hand. That's what I'm ready for.
Definitely. I'm really glad to hear that. And of course, James, they are really, really excited. They actually raising their hands as well. So I would like to call on our next, one of our core leaders in our team, the founder of Team Rib, Byung. Can you actually unmute your mic now?
Thank you so much, Coach Steph. How are you, James? I know you.
Very
I
well.
Okay. I know you are a very busy person right now, so thank you for the time that you spare to us. I just have one question. Is there any new feature in terms of is there any new feature in our dashboard together with the launch for the live chat?
Yes, great question, man. It's good to see you as well, and I appreciate you, inviting me out here. But the answer is yes. I mean, one of the biggest things that we talked about when we decided to bring this Tron contract out, the number one thing that was discussed is the functionality of the back office. It had to be better, right? We had to give people a better way to be able to see their organization, to be able to see how the cycles are happening. Because when we're talking about the comp plan and things like that, some people the biggest confusion comes from spot number 1 and 2 on the 2x2, right? Everyone wants to know like that number 1 and that number 2. We say it goes upline. What does that mean? And sometimes it's hard to follow that and keep track of your team. So we have some great functionality that will be inside of this Tron back office. That you'll be able to see, like I said, your organization, the way that your cycles are working, exactly where things are going, be able to see your downline better. So that side of the back office is definitely going to be so much better than what you currently have. I can assure you, people will be excited about it, and it's honestly one thing that kind of, it people needed that more with Ethereum, the Ethereum contract, which it didn't get to where it was. So in order to launch this properly, that's one of the biggest things we've been working on is that functionality of the back office. So it's a great question.
Okay. Thank you so much, James. And I'll grab this opportunity to thank you for this kind of contract and just a lot of lives changing, especially here in the Philippines. And my team is ready. And shout out to my team, like Natsu, um, Coach Ivor, and the rest of the team. You know who you are. Thank you so much for the time.
Absolutely, man. Thank you. We appreciate you coming out as well. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Coach. And we'll proceed with Go On. Let's proceed with Go On. Can you unmute your mic?
Yeah, this is going here, Chris. This is our team from Ghana, and most of our guys are excited. We are ever ready. People are still planning their account. More new members are joining. So James Ward, you and your team, you are doing great. I cherish you. That of Mr. Igado and Mr. Alfredo. You are doing fantastic well. We are ever ready. We are ever ready. We want to go hit the ground running. Some of our members are here. They want to say hi. You come around, members. Let them see you. Let them see how ready Christmas is. Go this way, go this way. You could see some of the team members here. They are all ready. They are all ready. They are all ready. They are all ready.
God bless you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We want to hit the ground running. We want to hit the ground running. Thank you very much.
Oh wow! So I love it going. Thanks for coming out, man. I know Ghana looks like it's ready to rock. Here's one thing I think that we're gonna really see happen inside of Lion Ship Tron is I believe we're gonna see some new countries rise with this, and Ghana being one of those. I mean, I know we had some people from Ghana in the Ethereum contract, but I can see you guys are fired up and excited. And with the affordability of this, we are going to crush it in so many different countries. So, Gohan, I love your excitement, man. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, thank you. We missed the Ethereum, and this time we don't want to miss it.
Well, let's do it, man. Thank you.
That's the spirit, James. You know, that's the excitement. That's the burning desire that we have.
They're fired up, man. I need some of that.
Yeah. Everyone is really fired up, and there are a lot of people who actually wanted to talk here. We're just going to we have her from South Africa. She's really just having an internet problem, James. And to proceed with, I would like to proceed with Jerome. Jerome, he has something to say. Jerome, can you unmute your mic? Jerome, can you unmute your mic?
The last 4 digits of the INE on the front are going to activate.
Oh,
Yes.
hold on 1 second. Can you hear me, Jerome? Oh, I think he's also having a hard time with the internet connection. All right, so we'll proceed with actually most of the the main reason, James, that we're actually here, setting up this schedule or meeting with you is just to really know where we're actually at right now. Aside from those updates you already mentioned, and people were just really eager to hear directly from you, and also with Alfredo. So we have Coach Ivor.
All right. So, good evening, James. Good evening, Coach Stephanie. Good evening, Coach Alfredo. How are you?
Good.
I'm really good.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. James, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to join our community webinar, especially with Team Elite CryptoKnights. So, I'm actually one of the leaders as well with Team Rebs, together with my business partner Ibyong. So yes, we are really excited on the launching of Lionshare. James, can you give us something like a strong confidence that we are really in the right team, something like that to share with the community, especially with Coach Alfredo handling us, especially you as well, especially um, Coach JR, Coach Stephanie, us with Young, because a lot of our business partners internationally are actually questioning how big the community is, how strong we are, something like that. Can you give us some message for all our partners?
Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, I don't just come out to these meetings for everybody, okay? And I don't mean that like anyway. I'm just saying like if this wasn't a great team, I wouldn't be here, meaning that like it just I would have to spend my time elsewhere is what I'm trying to say. But here's the deal, as many of you know, I mean, Alfredo has a lot of not only success but influence. I mean, Alfredo and I speak almost daily, in regards to Lionshare, where we're going. His commitment to what we're doing is very strong, and it starts at the top and it trickles down. So I know like Stephanie, Jr., Juliet, a lot of these people, like I've spoken with them since June, right? I think is since June. Like it's been a while, even in the pre-launch of Ethereum. So we've created this unbelievable community and like what I call a family. And I can tell you that this group specifically, there are a few key groups out what I would consider in Lionshare. This is absolutely one of the very strongest out there. There's some really good ones out there, but the community that's created. Now, what's unique about this group? Like I talk to a lot of different groups, right? What's unique about this group is the amount of countries that are shown up here. You guys have the ability to take this world on because you have people all over the globe already. I see a lot of countries out there that are popping up on this Zoom right here that you just don't see sometimes in some other Zooms. So I know the leadership here, not only with Alfredo, Stephanie, JR, everybody that's here, this is going to be a real contender for one of the very top groups inside of Lionshare. So I'm excited to see what's happening. Like I said, I get the opportunity to come out and speak to a lot of the key groups, and it's kind of cool because not only do I try to create this competition, like from a country standpoint. That's why we kind of mentioned some of the other countries, but I also like this group competition. So if you're here today and you're trying to figure out, hey, am I in the right spot? Should I be with the Elite Crypto Knights? I don't know why you would be anywhere else, right? These folks are going to crush this, right? So if you're looking to be part of a community, a team, a family that's not only going to have great success but be able to support people, take a look around. Every single person that comes out says, "Hey, I'm part of this group. This is my leader. This is their leader." Some people don't even know who their sponsor is, right? Everyone on this group, they know exactly who they're with, who their people are with, and it shows you how to create your own business, your own team, and move forward. So I really love the way that you guys do things here at Elite Crypto Night, and I'm excited to see what happens.
Thank you so much for that strong message, James. I really appreciate it. And I would just like to grab this opportunity as well to shout out my team here. So Pastor Raquel is here. My partner